Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back or welcome to. Today we're just going to do a good little grounding sequence. Even though we are technically in an air season, we are in Libra season while I'm filming this. So we're going to strive for grounding, yes, but we're also going to strive for balance. It's a little bit of foreshadowing. We'll be doing some balancing work. Grab 2 blocks. You're definitely going to want these for this practice. If you don't have blocks, you can still do the practice, but invest in a good pair of blocks in your life, and yoga will be so happy. So we're actually going to begin. Take your blocks and take them onto your mat, let's say up at the front right and left corners on their lowest setting. And then you're going to come down into a child's pose, but put your palms on those blocks, and even if you have to move them back a little bit so as to not compromise your child's pose, have your palms spread and your fingers spread really wide on those blocks, and feel the stretch in your armpits, most importantly. Feel the flesh of the armpit getting longer, a little bit tighter, and let the shoulder open and breathe. There's all these layers of muscle that work to, kind of build your rotator cuff and all the way up to your neck and posterior shoulder, just all one layering on top of the other. And they rotate, move, and grind all through the day. So just allow this to open your shoulders a little bit. So get your arms as long as you possibly can and use the blocks to allow your hands to kind of almost track back a little bit energetically. On the next time that you breathe in, grab hold of your blocks and lift yourself up through a cat pose. So really round spine. And then pause, drop the belly, lift the heart, tuck the toes. And then push back into the toes so you really open up the backs of the toes and the balls of the feet. Rock a little side to side. And then just bounce your butt back just a bit to keep opening up the feet. And then let's come back. Take 1 or 2 of those blocks with you. Come back to a seat up on your blocks. We're going to do just a couple rounds of really good quality breath before we get moving and grooving a little bit. So now sit up on your blocks so that you're not putting any weight on the knees or the ankles. And the tops of the feet are down. You can kind of tickle the soles of your feet with your hands. Pull your butt out from under the blocks so you can root down into it. Find that grounding, like you were an electrical plug and you're going into the socket. And then tuck your pelvis in just a little, smooth out your lower back. Stack the shoulders over the hips, close the eyes, place the palms in the lap. Take a breath in and then let a breath go. Relax the shoulders. Okay. Open your eyes, and we're going to do a little bit of something to enlighten the lymphatic system, if you will. Then we'll work with the breath. So you're going to take your palms to your chest, your fingers specifically to your sternum, and you're just going to do a little bit of tapping. And just kind of tapping around right below the collarbones. You can make little smile shapes as you tap from one corner of the lower collarbone to the other, all around the chest. And then take your left arm up and use your right hand to tap your left armpit. All around it, get all the flesh. And then take your left hand to the right behind your head on that ridge and tap behind your left ear, left upper kind of side of the neck. I think we call that the occipital ridge. Good, and now take the left hand to the right armpit. Get all that surface, good little taps. And then drop the right hand behind the right side of the head and get behind the ear. Right side of the neck. On that little ridge where the skull has a little bump in it. Good, and then arm swings, same direction, both arms. Reverse it. And then take the arms up, make cups with your palms like you were going to receive some fall leaves in your hands. Plug your butt into its socket and lift up through your heart. Lift the ribs up. Take a breath in. Take another sip. Hook the thumbs overhead and pull apart. Keep holding the breath. And then when you're ready to exhale, pop like a cork. Release the arms down by your side. We'll do that twice more if you didn't get it the first time. Take the arms up. Breathe in. Additional sip. Hold. Lock the fingers, the thumbs up overhead. Lift the ribs away from the torso. Push the butt down. Push the shins down. Take another sip in. And then pop your cork. Full cycle of breath. Maybe a roll of the shoulders. Arms up. Plug in, breathe in. Another sip. Hook the thumbs. One more sip. Let it go. Downward facing dog on your blocks. So you're going to bring your blocks back up to the front of your mat, right and left side on their lowest setting. And then get it so that the heel of your hand, that's this part, the heel of your hand is right on the crease of that block, the short end of the block. Grab your blocks with your hands and then tuck your toes and come up and back, downward facing dog. And make your dog nice and long. Wrap your armpits in towards one another and lift your butt. Push your thigh bones back. Good. Now come through to plank, plank, and then drop the pelvis, lift the heart for a tuck toe upward dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Wrap your armpits in, push into the blocks, push the thigh bones back, bow your chest. Raise your right leg into the air, open the hip, and then lightly, light as a feather, step the right foot forward, drop the left knee down. Fix your pants if you need to. And if you came up to fix your pants, come back down and place your fingertips on those blocks. The back toes are untucked. You're in the whole surface of the right foot, not just the heel, not just the toes, the whole foot. And now reach your arms forward and come up into a back bend. Good. Exhale, take opposite elbows and pull your elbows up into your palms. So you get even bigger on your side bodies. Take a breath in. Exhale to the right. It's a bigger side bend. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Bow over the legs. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Fold over. Roll up to standing. And then standing on your right foot, take your left knee up towards your chest. Reach your hands and interlace so that you're right over the kneecap of the left side. Yeah. And then push your upper shin and your knee into your hands, but keep pulling your shoulders back. Get a nice little stretch there. Feel yourself standing on the whole surface area of your right foot, not just your heel, not just your toes. And then can you release the hands and keep the left leg where it is and take them up? And maybe kick your left leg out. And bring it back in. And step down. Take an inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Step back to downward facing dog. You're still on the blocks. Come through for plank and to that tuck toe upward dog. Lift through your heart, lift through your thighs. Push your heels back and maybe even wiggle to stretch your toes. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Keep yourself in down dog. And then after a couple breaths of playing with the legs, pushing the feet back, pushing the thighs back, pushing the heart back, take your left leg into the air, open the hip, and then lightly land the left foot in between the blocks in your hands. Tap your right knee down, come up if you need to fix anything. Sometimes my boobies just spill out, or the belly just spills out, or the pants come down. Just get yourself organized and then come back onto your fingertips. Untuck the right toes. Get into the surface area of the left foot. Feel your toes, the ball of the foot, the sides of the foot, and the heel all gripping down into your mat. And then reach the arms forward. Come up, breathe in. Exhale into a back bend, so it's a nice little low crescent. And then take the opposite elbow grip you took from before. So you're boxing in the head, and then lift your ribs off of your torso and take a side bend over to the left. And come back to the attention, bring your attention back to your left foot. Spread, balance the weight out. Shout out Libra. So you're not dumping the weight probably into the pinky edge of the left foot. Don't do that. Get into your left big toe mound and the center point of your left heel. And then come back up, breathe in. And as you exhale, come down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Step the right foot to meet the left and fold. And now, if you want to, you can grab your big toes with your two first fingers and pull yourself down and let your elbows go wide and your head hang heavy. And the next time you breathe in, engage your core and lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Release your fingers. Come up to standing. Plug back into the earth with the left foot especially. Take the right knee up into the chest and then reach forward, interlace the fingers. Right in front of just upper right shin area. And now push the shin into the hands as you pull the shoulders back. All the while, think about the balance in your left foot. So use all parts of the foot to hold you up. This is to build strength in our ankles. And then reach the arms up, keep the leg as it is. Maybe you kick it out. Maybe you bring it back and you step it down and you take a deep breath in and take a back bend and exhale, fold over your legs. Downward facing dog. Step back. You're still on the blocks. Good. Now raise your right leg into the air. Light landing, right foot between the blocks. And now step your left foot all the way down so the toes point to the left and the right heel is lined up with the left arch. Take a block with you on the right side as you make your way up and into a triangle pose. So what you're going to do here is straighten the right leg, probably the block on its highest setting, right underneath so the arm is like a pillar. You've got your palm on that block, and then you open up into your triangle. And now roll to the pinky edge of the left foot. Plug the left big toe into the ground, lift the left arch, and bring your right butt cheek forward. And as you push your right hand into that block, send the right shoulder forward and the left shoulder back, and open up just a little. So you're a little bit more spherical than you are linear. Take up a little more space. And bend into the right knee and make your way up and back into a reverse triangle. So once you get upright, you can straighten the right knee again. And get a nice good opening. So as you point the right toes forward, reach the right fingers back, take a breath, and make your way into a side angle. So you'll bend into the right knee. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh for this one, and then just take the left arm straight up. We're going to turn this into a wide leg fold. So eventually take your left hand back down to your left hip, straighten your right leg, and turn your right toes to the left. Let the heels come out just a bit and the toes angle in, and then come down into a fold. So I like a little baby bend in my knees here and maybe grab the ankles. You can also take opposite legs, and that's a nice little stretch for the shoulders. Good. Release that and turn yourself to the back of your yoga mat. So now your left foot's forward and your right foot's down, and you're going to come up into that triangle. Reach behind you and grab a block so that you've got one. And we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. So give yourself a second to get organized. Place the block under your left hand, reach your right arm up, and if you need to step your right foot back a few inches to get the spread that you need, take up your space. And now let's start to enhance this triangle. So sole of the left foot, toes are down, pointing forward, right foot pushing back, arch is lifted. Now can you push the back of your hand up in the air, back behind you, and send your left nipple up towards the right. So you're like turning on a spit. And the right foot is pushing back and the left foot's pushing forward, and you're breathing. And then take a tiny bend into the left knee so you can surf your way up to reverse triangle. Once again, straightening the left leg and reach back. Press down into the left foot and bend the left knee, come into side angle. So left forearm to left thigh, right arm up. And then there's this gentle pull of the pubic forward, right? So you get that little tuck of the pelvis. Pinky edge of right foot down. Right big toe mound down. Sole of the left foot down. And getting ready to move into that nice wide leg fold for round number 2. When you're ready, drop the right arm, straighten the left leg, turn left toes to the right this time, and then come on down. Maybe you grab your blocks and bring them forward and build yourself a little block for it so you can rest your forehead. Okay, let's make our way around to the front of the mat. Place your blocks back down to prepare for down dog, and step your right foot back to meet your left. Good. Raise your right leg into the air, breathe in. Exhale, step it lightly between the hands. This time come up into a high crescent lunge, so the back heel is lifted, and it's like you're on skis and your arms are lifted. And then take your torso and your arms forward, make a prayer at your heart, and just lightly lift off of the back leg until you're able to find yourself in something of an airplane pose. So in this, you've got a little bit of a back bend, you've got a strong standing leg, you've got a flexed back foot or a point, just put your individual stamp on it. And then how slowly can you come all the way up, still standing on the right foot only, raise the left knee up to the chest, maybe kick it out, and then step it down. Reach the arms up, take a breath in, maybe a back bend. Oh, exhale, come down. Step back for down dog. Let's roll forward to plank and down into that upward dog with the toes tucked. See if you can relax the shoulders here. Press more into the hands. Use the muscles of the arms. And then go up and back for downward facing. Raise your left leg into the air and step it forward. And you'll find your way up into that high crescent lunge, back heel lifted. Pause and check yourself, right? So get into the back foot. See if you're squeezing right glutes, right quads. Sit deeper so you stretch right psoas. And then find the surface area of your left foot again. So are you locked in the past in the heel, or are you launching into the future in the ball of foot? Spread it out evenly and then take your hands to your heart. Now you're going to keep that equality in the left foot as you come forward. And how slowly can you lift into that beautiful, long, extended airplane pose? And then when you're actually ready, take your time. Can you come up? You're still on the left foot. Right knee comes to the chest. Kick it out. Pull it in. And step it down. Woo! And take your hands to your hips and give yourself a little spin. Little swirl of the hips. And then come to sit with your blocks. So take your seat, cross-legged spine for now. And set your blocks off to the sides on either side of you. We'll come to that in a moment. And just pause for a second. This is the grounding section. This is that slide into autumn when we kind of, start to pull out the things that help us feel cozy. And here we're going to pull out the cozy stops. Let's get united with some breath, okay? So what I'd like to do for this is, again, with the theme of balance, we'll do a little alternate nostril breathing. It's called Nodi Shodhana. If you want to sit on your shins and do this, you can use your blocks to make a little chair. But if you're good, like you are, let's get into it. Okay. So your two first fingers of the right hand or the left, whichever hand you want to use, are going to come to your upper forehead, third eye space, middle of the forehead. And you'll take your thumb to your right nostril, and then you'll lift your pinky and have it available. And so you breathe in through the left nostril, and with the pinky, block the left nostril, open the right nostril, and breathe out. And then breathe in through the right, block the right, and breathe out through the left. Breathe in left, block left, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Block right, breathe out left. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. In left. Out right. Drop your hand, breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Let's twist. So what you'll do is take your right heel under the left side so it's like touching the left upper thigh glute area, and then step your left foot over onto that block. Okay? Now, wrap your right arm around your left leg and use that to turn yourself. So you're sitting up tall, you're really hugging. See if you can get your elbow crease around the front of the knee so that you can hug the left knee in towards your right armpit. And then twist to the left. Maybe you even take the left hands behind you so you can get a little more turn in your middle back, in your mid-spine. And sit up tall and breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And out. Good. Come back through center. And now let's extend the left leg out to the left. See if you can get your left forearm down to the ground or take a block and put it there. I also like to do the block on its lowest setting so I can put my head in my hand, and then take your right arm overhead for a side body. If you want to grab the right big toe, you can, but I really would love for you to be able to get through it. So sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. And don't forget to breathe. It doesn't work if you don't breathe. And come out of that when you're ready, and we'll switch sides. So now the left heel comes under the right leg, almost touching the glutes. Block off to the side of the left, right foot on the block. Left arm hugs the right leg in, pull it in. And maybe you use your right fingertips behind you so that you can twist your spine. You're still pulling that right leg in towards the left armpit, and sit up tall and breathe. This is to help with appetite, digestion, lower back tension. Twists are so good for you. So if you don't do anything else in this practice, to the best of your ability, do the twist. Do the twist. All right. And now come out of that, extend the right leg long, and you can come down onto your elbow, or you can put a block underneath, and then left arm comes overhead. Nice little side bend here. Nice big side bend, actually. This feels amazing. And then come out of that and get yourself onto your back. I'm going to say let's do, actually, with your blocks, since everybody's mostly practicing with blocks, hopefully you are, take your blocks and make like an equal sign about a quarter of the way down the back of your mat. And then turn and sit facing away from that, and you're going to get those blocks right underneath your scapula, your shoulder blades, so they support the shoulder blades, and then come all the way down. Ideally, your crown of the head will come to the floor, and you'll be in a supported fish pose. And if you don't have blocks, if you weren't practicing with blocks, you can do this with a like a rolled up, like a big rolled up towel would work, or one of those fancy cylindrical throw pillows that some people have. You may have one of those, or a foam roller would also work. And what this does is it lifts the chest and it opens the heart. Back bends are just heart openers. And it's really, really, really lovely. If you want to take the arms overhead, you can. Oh, maybe I can't. No, I can. Then you'll get some, if you're working with cork blocks, you might even get a little bit of massage into your upper back, shoulder area, and that is sensational. It might feel really good to some of you, and for others it might feel like shit. So you can decide how much you want to give there. And this is where I leave you. I would love if, this is comfortable for you to stay for another, 30 seconds, a minute, if it's feeling groovy. When you do decide to come up enough to remove the blocks, come down to your spine, come all the way back down, and then do a happy baby. Really bend your knees, grab your feet, and rock side to side, massage your lower back a little. And if you're ready to come out of that now, I'll do it with you for a second. This is just so nice to come out of that deep back bend and then lift your legs and grab either your toes or the sides of your feet and just open and then rock side to side so you're massaging your lower back. And you'll do this for about a minute. And if you'd like to lay down and take a couple minutes to yourself for Shavasana, for rest, you can do that too. If you practice the dedication in your practice, be sure to think about who or what you dedicated this time to. And as always, I thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.